So how's it going, guys? We got a lot of weird things happening in the market and the economy because of the quarantines that we're under with regards to this coronavirus. And a lot of weird things are happening in the financial markets too. Last week, we saw rates jump on standard mortgages by more than 1% during the course of the week, and then they started to come back down again. Markets are in just a free fall right now. People are losing a lot of money in stocks, and lenders don't really know what to do. Here's some things you guys need to do. If you're doing any kind of non-traditional financing right now, if you're in the process of trying to buy or refinance your home and you don't have good credit, or you have a recent bankruptcy or a recent foreclosure, or if you're trying to use bank statements to prove your income, or if you're doing a loan where you're just counting on the cash flow from the rental property to pay that loan off, what we call debt service coverage ratios. If you're doing anything that's non-standard like that, you need to get it closed now. So a lot of the lenders in that space are shutting their doors. Some are saying that they're closing indefinitely. Some are saying that they're closing for a couple weeks, hoping the market comes back. I have two clients that were purchasing homes right now using that type of financing. One of them decided to back out because of concerns with the coronavirus. They've basically both lost their jobs, and the California Association of Realtors has a new addendum that's come out that they're requiring everybody sign in these transactions, which basically give the buyers an out if they lose their employment because of what's going on with this current outbreak. So they decided they were going to cancel. Now, in their case, the lender that was doing their loan said, look, all the loans we've approved already, we're still going to close, but you have to close them by April 20th or it's declined. So in their case, since they canceled the transaction, that counts as them withdrawing the transaction from the lender. So the lender has declined the loan. And that lender has said, when we start lending again, we are not going to lend in California, at least in the beginning. So these guys that have a very specific transaction they were trying to get, all of a sudden can't get their mortgage from the lender that we were picking for them. And we don't know if or when they're going to come back into California. It's a small bank from the Midwest, and they lend nationwide, or they did lend nationwide. And it turns out that they were the best option for this specific couple. But as it stands now, they're not going to have that as an available option if they decide to buy a home after everything settles down. In their case, literally, they've both lost their jobs. They worked at the same place. The business is basically shut down. And so since they were hourly and there isn't much available for them, they're just kind of stuck, and they get to live off of savings in the meantime. Anyway, another client I have that's in the process of buying a home where he had to use bank statements to prove his income, and that lender came out just this morning and said, all loans in process are going to be declined. We're withdrawing all of them, and you're free to reapply if and when we start lending again. They have basically ceased operations. So a lot of the lenders in that space are discontinuing making loans right now. If that's what you're getting and your lender is still in business, you need to get closed as fast as you can. If you have a purchase that you're trying to do, see if you can close it early. Do everything you can. Don't give them a chance to change their minds about even being in business, which is what some of these companies are doing. And what's happened is they just haven't been able to keep their liquidity going, and they don't have a way to stay in business. A lot of them have also come back and said, we used to allow 10% down, now we're going to require 25. So it's a tough time. Other games that are happening right now, some lenders are trying to cause delays so that they don't have to meet the locks that they've made because things got worse. So if you are in the middle of trying to buy or refinance your home, it's really important you keep on top of your lender and just make sure that you're doing everything every step of the way so that you can show that you've done what you can to make everything happen. So anyway, I'm going to come up with a lot more videos. I have a ton of content about this, but I have something urgent that just came up. So I need to get onto that, and I'll come back with more information later. But this video is specifically about those of you who are trying to get non-QM, what we call non-QM, means non-qualified mortgage. So it's loans that don't fit in normal boxes, and it's not the type of financing that you would get from a standard lender. These are kind of unique companies that are doing these things, and they're kind of trying to stretch the bounds of what they're able to do, and they've gotten caught, and it hasn't worked out well for them. So anyway, let me know if you have any questions. You can hit me up. I'm going to be around creating more and more content as this progresses. Hope you're staying safe, guys.